What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Cletus Ray's Roadside Service coming back at you. I know I took some time off. Okay, I took some time off. I even had some close people worried about me. They're like, "Are you all right? Where are you at? You dead?" No, I ain't dead yet. Not yet. I'm still around. I'm still doing stuff. Um, but yeah, I took a bunch of time off from work. Had a really good time at home with the wife and the kids. Um, but we're back here December 15th, Monday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning now. We're leaving. I just got loaded, and I'm not going to try to harp on it too much because I harp on it quite a bit. But I did just record an hour's worth, and the damn thing turned off. So we're gonna try this again from scratch. I was gonna try it from. I was gonna try to just record it, like add on to what I had recorded, but we're just gonna do it again. Anyways, yeah, I had a wonderful 10-day vacation at home doing nothing. Did I get any of my projects that I've been talking about done or even looked at? No, I didn't do anything, man. I felt lazy, but I also felt like, you know what? I just want to just not do anything, and if I'm choosing to take all these days off, I'm gonna do what I want to do with it, and that is nothing. Now, do I feel bad about it? Yeah, of course I feel bad. I wish I would have got my square body wired up and running and all that good stuff, but it's cold outside. It's cold outside, so I didn't want to do that. I mean, I wanted to do it, and I should have done it. If I would have just grabbed the fucking box and went out there, I would have been able to do it. But nope, I wanted to. I thought it was kind of cool to see how my wife is every day. I'm not saying she's late. I'm saying you gotta get the kids up. You gotta get them fed. You gotta get them ready. You gotta get them taken to school. And then my daughter only goes a half day, so you gotta get her picked up. Uh, Halfway, a couple hours later, and then my son, a couple hours later after that, my son is ready to get picked up. So, um, a lot, a lot of moving around and whatnot. I am currently backing my trailer up, trying to, trying to multitask here and talk to you guys and back this motherfucker up. I'm doing pretty good so far. Oh yeah, I got a lot of people looking at me too. A lot of people watching me. All right, here we go. Let's roll. Yeah, I had a wonderful time with the kids at home. We watched a bunch of movies. We got to hang out every day. It was a great time. Um, but yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. We didn't do a whole lot of stuff. We had my anniversary. I got to see my grandpa on my anniversary. I went to go see him because he's not doing too good from what I had heard. So went to go see him, and he's doing better than what I was told. But he has good days and he's got bad days. I think I caught him on a good day. And then went out to that robotic fucking sushi place with my wife. And you know what? They got some rules there. We asked them about the rules before we even ordered. Said, "Are we allowed to take some food home?" They said no. Said, "If we order some stuff and for some reason we don't like it and we don't want to eat it, could we be charged for it?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah, we will do that. Not all the time, but sometimes we will do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool, good to know." I proceeded to make 3 different orders because you got to wait 10 minutes in between each order. So you order a bunch of fucking shit and then eat it. And while you're eating it, go ahead and order another one because you got to wait like 10 minutes between orders. And then while I'm eating that one, I order again. And on that last order I did, I made a mistake. I didn't look at the piece count on the sushi that I was getting. I ordered, because most of them were like 3 to 6 pieces of sushi. I clicked on one of them was a 10 piece, and the other 2 were 6 pieces. So I had 22 pieces of sushi brought to me on my 3rd fucking order. Also, an order of fucking dumplings. And I was like, oh god, there's no what the. I mean, it was only 4 extra pieces than what I was kind of expecting, I guess. But I was like, this is not good. You know, they're definitely going to charge me, and I would hate to know what they charge for this much sushi. I ate most of them, but there was still some left, and I was like, you know, this is not good. And I had already cleaned my wife's shit off. You know, while I'm waiting for my other sushi to show up, I'm dabbling in her little orange chicken, and she got some steak and some crab rangoon, and so I was fucking stuffed. But yeah, and the dumplings never came at this point. I had not seen the dumplings yet, but I wanted to try some. So I was like, oh, I'll just order a couple of dumplings. And so, anyways, we're sitting there, we're talking to the waiter, and I'm like, oh man, you're gonna charge me out the ass for this? He's like, no, we won't charge you. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, I have an order of dumplings that hasn't showed up yet. Can you go tell the kitchen not to bring it? He said, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, cool. This dude turned around and started talking to the table behind us for a long time. He was there for probably 10 minutes just talking to that table. And then my dumplings show up, and I'm like, he's like, yo, you ordered dumplings? I was like, oh, dude, we already paid the bill. We're ready to leave. I told the guy I didn't want the dumplings, and he's like, oh, well. I was like, you gonna charge me for him? He's like, I'll just put them in a to-go box for you. I said, no way, dude. There are 2 rules at the sushi restaurant. You got to pay for what you don't eat, and you don't get to take anything home. And guess what? Oh man, I'm just a lucky motherfucker right here. I got to, and I felt bad about leaving the sushi, but I was like, oh, well, I'll just throw the sushi in the box too. But no, he's like, no. I'll put the dumplings in a special box for you, and all this other shit we're gonna take and throw in the trash. I'm like, God damn it, man, help me. I, the dumplings, I ended up eating one of the dumplings at home because I was stuffed, man. So waited until the next morning. I don't know why in the morning. I just said I don't want these dumplings to sit for too long. I was like, let me grab one of them dumplings, and I ate one of them for breakfast. Dude, my breath the rest of the day smelled like fucking shit. I tried to brush it out. I tried to fucking eat some other shit. I mean, the dumpling was delicious, but it was also cold, and had been sitting in my fridge for a while. And you know, all the steam comes up, and so the whole box was all wet on the inside. Dumpling was like soft on the bottom. I don't know if it was fresh, because everything there was made for you. You know, they don't just have like a back stock of all this sushi sitting there waiting for somebody to buy it or order it. They make it all for you as you order it. So it's all made to order shit. And those dumplings were probably going to be so fucking good fresh, but telling you, they were not good the next day, and I don't even know if that's sanitary. That I could probably attribute all the laziness that I've had over this last week to that dumpling I ate on Saturday morning. But no, I mean I felt fine. I felt pretty good the whole time. I just wanted to kind of relax and lounge around. What am I relaxing from though? I don't know. It's hard for me to think that I work hard, but I guess sometimes I do. Sometimes I do a lot of shit at work, but at home, nope. I was like, I don't want to. I'm not putting in a sweat for nothing. I ain't. I ain't doing nothing that's gonna make me work hard. I'm gonna live like a damn king. But yeah, we had my daughter's recital. It went very well. Did a wonderful job. She was so happy. So she did such a good job. It was like a little Christmas recital thing, and we went out to eat with my in-laws. And my in-laws, they're so funny. So on our way to the restaurant, I said, how much you want to bet your grandma and your great aunt are going to complain about every piece of food they get? Because it doesn't matter where we go. Every time we've been out to eat with them, they have had problems with anything and everything. Sometimes there's not a problem with anything. They got to find a problem with something. They got to get something taken off of the bill. And then they will fight her parents and us. Not really us, because we don't put in that much effort, but they fight to pay the bill. And it's funny because grandma, she complains about so much shit, so she tries to get like all of her stuff, and even somebody else will be like, "Hey, are you supposed to have that meatball on there? Oh, hey, we ordered it with no meatball." Or I don't know. I'm trying to think of a scenario, but she will complain about all kinds of shit till she gets her way, and it usually works. Oh, I guess. Which way am I going here? I need to go to the landfill. All right, let's see. Sorry, I gotta type here. Hmm. All right, we'll just go. I just don't know if there's no way I'm overweight. I only got 30 barrels on me. I only got 30 barrels, and they weigh. I don't know how much they weigh. Anyways, I got a fucking scale up here. I'm not worried about it really, but the place that I'm going is north of me. If I decide to go north at the next exit here, it's not going to be me avoiding scales. It's just the way to go. That's what I'm going to tell them. Anyways, yeah, she ordered a chicken fried steak, and the other one ordered a chicken fried steak and chicken fried chicken. I'm like, why would you guys order two things that are like whatever? So yeah, they were complaining about them the whole time. They were like, "Oh, this one ain't got horseradish on it," and that was another weird thing. The waitress, and I've never heard this come out of anybody's mouth. You want it natural or packaged or something? And she's like, natural. And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? You got like I know a lot about food. I thought I knew a lot about food. And I've never been a big horseradish fan, but I've had it quite a bit. But whenever she's like, "Do you want it raw?" It was raw. What was it? I don't know what it was. She said some. They had two different types of horseradish, and I was just astonished. Whenever she's like, "Oh yeah, raw," I was like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?" Like, "Oh, you want the raw horseradish or you want the packaged one or whatever?" I'm like, nobody's ever asked me that question. I didn't even know that was a question you could ask. I thought horseradish was horseradish, especially at a restaurant. If a restaurant's gonna order some supplies, they gotta order two different types of horseradish. Makes no sense to me. You order ketchup, you order ketchup. You order ranch, you order ranch. You order horseradish. I thought you just ordered horseradish. Anyways, she was very upset that it did not have the horseradish on it, and I don't think it comes with horseradish. But it was just funny. Yeah, me and the wife. I was like, what? How much you want to bet they complain about something with the meal? She's like, no, they won't complain. She's like, they don't always complain about their food. I'm like, every single fucking time I've ever been out with any members of your family, somebody's got something wrong with their food. Now, I've had shit wrong with my food in the past. I'm telling you, I am a guy that has shit wrong with my food. Okay, I'm not uh, I'm not saying I'm perfect or nothing, but or that I've had perfect experiences. But most of the time when they do something wrong to my food, I just eat it because it's all food. It's all edible. And I even caught my wife doing it. She's like, "Aren't you? Unless it's a cheese, I order a cheeseburger and they ain't got no cheese on it. I am upset. I will still eat it though." She'll be like, "Didn't you get cheese on that?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was supposed to." She's like, "Oh, we should talk to them whenever they come back." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. We ain't saying a damn thing to nobody." Now, if they put it on my bill, added cheese, and I didn't get no cheese, that's about the only time. But my wife, like, yeah, oh man, I got her Burger King the other day. She's like, "You're in charge of lunch for the kids." And I was like, okay. So I pull up the Burger King app on my phone, and I'm over there mixing and matching different offers, trying to get the best deal. I got to get me a double quarter pounder or whatever, or a Whopper. And then she always gets 2 chicken sandwiches, add cheese, with nothing else on it. She don't want no mayo. She don't want no lettuce. Just their long chicken sandwich, whatever that thing's called, the hoagie. And I added cheese to it. I showed her the deal, and she's like, "Yep, that'll do. I'll eat that." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then we got it back home. No cheese on it. I was like, "We got cheese in the fucking fridge." Nope. She didn't want nothing to do with it. She took one bite and threw it in the trash. I said, "What the hell?" But yeah, my kids are getting to be that way. My daughter, she's like, "I said no pickles." I'm like, "Okay, well, guess what? We can take the pickles off." And then she's happy with it. But I know that's gonna evolve because my wife, if she gets something lettuce on hers, it's ruined. You can't just take the lettuce off. She can smell the lettuce. I don't know what it is about the lettuce. I'm like, lettuce has like no flavor. Just don't worry about it. Even my son, he's like, I don't want lettuce on my burger, but I always order him. I always get it with lettuce, and he's like, I just said no lettuce. I'm like, dude, knock off, open the bun, tilt it over. The whatever lettuce falls off will fall off, but the lettuce that stays on, just leave it on, bud. It's covered in ketchup. Be all right. I'm like, damn, yeah, I didn't know you guys hated salads that much. You can't even have a salad on your burger. I'm harping on them a little bit, aren't I? I love them. They're so fun. If they didn't complain about their food, I wouldn't have nothing to talk about here. And what else did we have? Yeah, the rest of the week I dropped the kids off and picked them up from school every day. It's super cute, getting them all loaded up and getting their little backpacks and their teachers, and they were always they're like, "Oh, your daddy's here today," and they were so happy to have dad show up and drop them off and everything. Super cute. Um, but yeah, we played card games, we played video games, we watched movies. We had a good time. We had a really good time. Um, yeah, not much else happened through the week. Oh, we did go over to her grandma's house because we didn't have a Thanksgiving over at her house, and my wife kind of harped on her a little bit, so we went over there to have a makeshift Thanksgiving on Wednesday. And that was nice. That was pretty cool. Go over there, have some nice turkey, ham, mashed potatoes. gravy, uh, deviled eggs, all kinds of good shit. It was a good time. And then she sent us with all the left. She's like, none of this is staying at my house. You have to take it all. We took it all home. And feel bad. We didn't eat any of it. Like, we're not good with leftovers. Unless it's like something I really like, or that is, some things are good leftovers. Some things just ain't. And I don't know. Something about that turkey gravy, when it turns into a jello, is you just like, I don't really want that. I don't. You're gonna heat it up, and it's gonna turn into pretty delicious. But you look at it, and you're just like, I don't really have that much of an appetite right now for leftover ham and turkey and sausage, or not sausage, fucking gravy. Anyways, we had a good time, real good time. Then we came. Thursday was my birthday, and I got two beautifully made cards from my children. They're so cute. My daughter made one at school. My son made one at home. They're they're awesome. I love them, but they belong to them. I'm like, oh, this is so great. I'm gonna take these cards and hold on to them, and they're like, no, 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 they're mine. So they're holding on to them. They just keep adding stuff to them, and eventually it's just gonna be a big scribble on a piece of paper. But I love it, you know. I had Rice Krispie treats. That's my go-to uh, dessert for my birthday. Why you passing me, bud? You know we gotta get off over up here at the fucking way station. Oh, I don't think he's gonna stop at the way station. I think he's gonna run it. Man, he got some of these guys got that little fucking doo 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 thing up in their cab tells them they can go around them way stations. I ain't got one of those. Oh, it looks like it's closed anyways. But you're speeding in a construction zone around a way station. What the hell are you doing, man? And you're passing in a solid white line. Some of these truck drivers are crazy out here, man. Speeding in a construction zone, disobeying the traffic lane rules. Can't believe it. Yeah, birthday was pretty good. My wife was like, "So where are we going for your birthday?" I said, "We ain't going nowhere." She said, "What?" She's like, "I was expecting to like go out and have a good breakfast and go out for lunch and then also go out for dinner." I was like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah. Calm your heart there, darling." I was like, "I want you to make me Swedish meatballs for dinner." And she did. I think we did end up having, I don't know what we ate for lunch. I think for lunch on my birthday, I ate a tub of cottage cheese. Not gonna lie. Do I regret it? No, not at all. I did like the next day when I couldn't shit, but it was delicious. Oh, and I made grilled cheese yesterday for the kids. Grilled cheese with pepperonis in it. Goodness. Watched Gordon Ramsay fuck up grilled cheese 2 times in a row. I cannot believe him. Gordon Ramsay, he makes a lot of good shit. Grilled cheese is not one of them. And I'm not saying that what he made was bad. The first one was, probably. But the second one he made, it didn't look like it was a bad sandwich. It's just not a grilled cheese. That's not what a grilled cheese is, man. So I was so mad at the TV that I had to go make me my own grilled cheese. And it was good. Well, I made two for the kids, and the kids didn't want nothing to do with either one of them. It's burnt. There's crust on it. I cut the crust off. I said, all right, there you go. No crust. It's burnt looking. I'm like, it's just toasted. It's just toasted. Come on, take a bite. You're gonna like it. I had both of them crying tears, forcing them to take a bite of a delicious grilled cheese. And then they were tasting their tears too much. They were like, we don't like it. I said, fine, fine, have a fucking Lunchable. Oh, they're so cute. God damn, this road is rough as fuck. I'm trying to burp here. Oh, goodness. Let's see. The next exciting thing that happened was Saturday. We went to my work's Christmas party, and that was at a place called Dave and Buster's. And oh yeah, I talked about this in the one that I fucked up, but I left out some stuff. So we show up out there. It's pretty cold and windy. Dave and Buster's is a big bar grill arcade thing for adults to children. You know, you can be any age and go there. But it's like a Chuck E. Cheese for grown-ups. And my work was there, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we upgraded our bar because we rented out a whole room for a bunch of fucking employees, probably 100 of us, and they set up, you know, not a catering. I guess it is catering, but it's Dave and Buster's catering. They bring out all their food, and Dave and Buster's usually has bar food and stuff like the little shit they had out to begin with. They had these little quesadillas. They had some cheese dip and some chips. They had a fruit tray, a vegetable tray, and soup, I think, or something. And that shit was, I was like, damn, I cannot wait for the food. And then my boss walks up. He's like, oh, yeah, we upgraded the food because we were going to have like hamburgers, hot dogs, and I don't know, some pasta or whatever. I don't know, some other shit. He's like, we got, what is that fucking thing called? Fucking, the big steak that's sous vide. What is it called? Prime rib. We got prime rib. We got some like truffle something. We got the raspberry salad, which is just like a salad with raspberries on it. And then we got asparagus. And then mashed potatoes and stuff. And I was like, oh, I mean, that sounds good. But then I look at my family that I brought there, and I was like, I am so sorry. Because they aren't going to eat any of it. None of it. Not even the mashed potatoes, because they were loaded mashed potatoes. They had all kinds of stuff mixed in. My wife loves mashed potatoes. She do not like anything green going on in her mashed potatoes. You can put some cheese and butter on it, but cheese is really the limit with her and my children. So they all sat there watching me stuff my fucking face, except for my daughter. I told my daughter that the prime rib was steak, which technically it is. And I was just chopping it up, and she ate, damn near a whole slice of prime rib to herself. Like, she kept asking for more. So I was proud of her for that, but it was super rare. Like, I don't know, that's what a prime rib is supposed to be. It's supposed to be cold in the middle and completely raw. Don't know how I don't know. I've never been a real prime rib enjoyer, I guess. Maybe I just haven't had it right, but I'm telling you what they put out there. I was like, oh goodness. I said, yeah, give me 2 slices of prime rib, and then he sliced into it, and I was like, okay, he already put it on my plate, so I guess I got to walk away with 2 of them. I'm like, I could have done with none of them, but the rest of the stuff I thought was delicious, but my family ain't eating none of it. I didn't get no raspberry salad though. I ain't all about that, but we ate, we had a good time, and then we got up and we went out and we started playing games. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of adults, and they didn't bring their children because it was a +1 technically, but I was like, hey, you got to let my kids come. I was like, or else I can't come, which was not necessarily a lie, but I could have probably found a babysitter. But I was like, you got to let my kids come. I can't go to an arcade without my kids. And they're like, okay, yeah, you can bring your kids. We're not going to pay for them though. I'm like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll pay for whatever they cost. And I was like, they're not going to eat much. I already know that. And they didn't. My daughter ate more than I did probably. But anyway, so all these other people, they didn't bring their kids. I don't know if they were upset because they were like, oh, I didn't know we could bring my kid. But they were like, we don't even want to play games. Here's cards. So a lot of the employees that I work with were super nice. They were giving us all these cards that were loaded with time and tokens or whatever. And we were able to go around and play every single game 4 times, just about. It seemed like it was super cool. And then, but I have a fuckload of cards. Like I have a stack of play cards or whatever with me, and I'm like going through it. Like I'm at a game. I'm like, this one's dead. This one's dead. This one's dead. Going through finding the ones that are don't have any points on it anymore. And I look down and there's one on the ground, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I dropped one, but all right. So I grab it up and I mix it in my stack of good cards. And then I was like, there's too much. Some of these have like 1 point, 4 points or whatever, and some games cost 9 points or whatever. So I was like, oh, I just need to go like consolidate everything down. And then I see a family walking by, and they're like looking on the ground. And I'm like, oh no. And the little boy is crying. I mean, he wasn't like throwing a big fit. I wouldn't have had much sympathy for fucking kids throwing a tantrum or whatever, but he just looked super sad. He's like, I promise I had my card like right over here somewhere. And the dad is like, yeah, kids, drop the card. I'm like, oh, hey, we're about to leave. So I've got all these cards that got points on them. I was like, let me run over the machine and I'll get them all consolidated down for you, and you can have whatever we don't have or whatever. And he's like, oh, okay. Um, he's like, you ain't got to do that. And I was like, well, we're about to leave, so whatever. My wife was saying, she's like, we could hold on to these because they never lose value or whatever, so we can come back another time and have points to play. I'm like, no, I was like, honestly, I think that kid dropped it, and I think I picked it up. I didn't know. I thought I dropped it, but I wasn't gonna say nothing to this family or whatever. I was like, I'm just gonna give them a card that probably got more points on it than what they had or whatever. So we go over to the machine, and I'm scanning them, and yeah, I find a couple that one's got like 100 points, one's got like 60 points, and I was like, here, these will be good for you. You'll be playing for a while on these. And they're like, oh my gosh, so thank you so much. I was like, I got these little scratcher tickets too. They give out these little scratchers where you can scratch them, and one of them said $20 worth of points, and the other one was like 60 minutes of unlimited play or something like that. And so I was like, here, take these scratchers too. And they're like, no. I'm like, dude, well, we're leaving. Take them. And they're like, no. I'm like, all right. So, but they did take the one card, or the consolidated card down, and we had a bunch of points. My wife, she knows how to do the arcade, so she leaves basically the kids with me, and we go around, we play all the shooter games and everything. My wife goes and she makes all the money, all the points or whatever. She does like the spinny wheel thing. It's boring, because you just spin it and you get 100 points. Spin it, you get 500 points. Spin it, you get 150 points or whatever. 75 points. Whatever, it's just a boring thing. You're just collecting points. So when at the end, you can go pick out a prize. And so she's over there doing that with a bunch of cards. And we go over and we're like picking out prizes and stuff. We figured out we had 8,000 points. I was like, damn, that's a lot of fucking points compared to some of the stuff we could get that I know they will charge out the fucking ass for. We got a lot of fucking points. Because, like, I don't know, a Bluetooth headset, like a nice, not, maybe not, I don't know, probably nice, like a JBL Bluetooth headset was like 10,000 points. So we were getting up into the good shit. But, oh, and we played the human claw. It's a claw machine, just like normal, but you hang a child from it. Or a person, doesn't have to be a child, could be anybody, but you hang a child from this fucking thing, and they drop down, they get to grab a toy or whatever, and they get pulled up and then brought out. And I paid for both my kids to do that. They loved that. That's what they enjoyed the most about anything. They wanted to keep going on it. I'm like, we don't we don't have enough room in the car for all these gigantic inflatable fucking things. Okay, the one my son got is as tall as I am. It's like almost 6 foot tall. And my daughter got one. It's like 5 foot tall and super fucking wide. He got an alien and she got like a panda bear or something. And I was like, no, we are not doing that again. Like, we don't have room for all this shit to go in the car. But anyways, we go through and we pick out all kinds of gifts and prizes or whatever. And then I picked out one thing. It was a bag of candy or something. And then I took the kids away from that, and I was like, we'll meet you over by the table because this is too chaotic over here. They really should put a little bit more area in there for the fucking prizes because you're just bumping into everybody. And it's just going wild. We got my daughter over here grabbing these things, got my son over there grabbing those things, and they're like, hey, we need to know how many points all these cost so we can add them up. But anyways, we got it figured out. We got the hell out of there. And then my wife comes back and she's like, hey, I didn't get that bag of candy that you wanted. I thought it was only like 200 points or whatever. But I wanted to get all the stuff that the kids picked out. So I put that back. But that was worth 1,200 points or something. She's like, so, and I didn't want to pick out anything else. So with this card has like or like 1,000 points on it. I was for the gift shop. So I said, okay, cool. She's like, we'll just keep it for next time. I said, no. And I turn around, I look around. I'm just looking for the first person that has a child. And I was going to give it to him. And I walk over and I see, it turns out it's the same lady and family that I was dealing with before that I might have taken their card. But then I gave them another card, it was fully loaded or whatever. And, I was like, oh, hey, I didn't recognize her at first, but I said, here, this, excuse me, this has 900 points for the prizes over there. You can just have it. We're getting out of here. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's you again. Thank you so much. And blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, no problem. And I was like, here's the scratchers. You guys didn't want the scratchers before, but we're not going to do anything with them. So just take the scratchers, take all this stuff, and we're getting the hell out of here while we can, before the kids really start freaking the fuck out, And we walk over. I'm over there trying to get the coats on the kids and everything. And the husband walks up, and he's a good old boy. And he's like, I just want to say thank you so much. You really made it good for us here. I was like, oh, I mean, I was just giving you the leftovers, Don't make me feel like I'm doing something great here. I was just giving you the leftovers. He's like, no, man. He's like, we're from out of town. We've never been even near Kansas City. But my son, we had seen a commercial on the TV or something for this place. And my son really wanted to go, so we decided to come out here. He's like, we didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money, but and then we lost the card, but you gave us another card that had a bunch of money on it and stuff. He's like, and then you gave us 1,000 prize points or whatever. He's like, I just want to say you really made this an awesome time for me and my family. I was like, oh, dude, don't mention it, man. I was like, hey, just keep your eye on that card because that kid, he's gonna lose that other one. He's like, oh, I know. I'm like, all right. But no, he was like very genuine about it, and I was like, oh man, you guys are. Oh, I'm glad I was able to make your time better. But am I a good guy or a bad guy? That's where I'm fighting with my conscience, my little Jiminy Cricket. Am I a good guy or a bad guy? Because I think I stole that kid's play card. I brought him down. I did some mental gymnastics with him. I brought him down to his lowest point where he's like, I can't believe we made it to the arcade and then I lose my card and I can't play any games. And then I show up, just, I don't know how, but I was able to give that kid a really good time, maybe even better than what he had before. Because I'm pretty sure the card that I got, I noticed it, and it only had like 60 points on it. So I think I gave him his card back, but I gave him another one. But I was going to do that for, whoever I saw first anyways. Because I was like, we got to get out of here. I'm not going to sit here and try to use up every single fucking point. We got to get out of here. And we didn't have to pay for any of this except for the claw machine thing. But my kids, they're making out like bandits. They both have a big ass sack of fucking little shit toys, and they both have a gigantic inflatable, which turns out it's pretty warm inside Dave and Buster's. And outside it was not very warm. And what happens to an inflatable when you get it from hot to cold is I thought both of my kids popped their inflatable. By the time we made it to the parking garage, they were both like damn near completely flat. I was like, holy shit, you guys popped both of your inflatables? I'm like, this sucks. Like, they'll fit in the car a little bit better. No, oh, they fit in the car great. But as we're driving and the car's heating up, because we had like a 40-minute drive home, that car got nice and hot, and those fucking inflatables were fucking blocking every vision I could fucking look at. I was like, God damn, I can't see shit. Those fucking inflatables reinflated. I was like, oh, I guess they didn't have holes in them. They just got really cold and shrunk down because it was like it wasn't icing up too much, but it was about to be. So it was super cold outside. But yeah, had a great time with the kids out there. The part that I left out was all the food, stuff. What else did we do? I don't know. We had a good time. We had a really good time. We made homemade pizzas at home. That was pretty cool. Even though I was like, I'm gonna let the kids make their pizza, and however it is how it's going in the oven. And part of a learning deal. I made my pizza with love and passion and perfection, and my kids' pizza that looked like a mess. But I was like, we're throwing it out however you want to leave it. That's how it's going to be. They were both happy with it when it went in the oven. They were both not happy when they pulled it out. I was like, yeah, you guys didn't make a very good pizza, so they ate mine, which is fine. But yeah, we watched a couple of movies and TV shows, Cobra Kai, all that good stuff. Sunday, it was a little sad because I was like, all right, my time at home is nearing its end. I got to go to sleep at a good time. Got to wake up at a good time, and then I got to go back to work after being off and super lazy for a long time. I'm kind of looking forward to being back at work though. Kind of looking forward to being back here. It's a good time. Especially today. I mean, well, maybe not. Especially so far, so good. I've just been driving a truck, so that's pretty cool. Everybody's welcoming me back, wondering where I've been, what I've been doing, talking to me, having a good time. I got my coffee this morning. But this job is about to be over. I'm headed to the landfill. It's going to take me 30 minutes to the landfill, 30 minutes to head back to the shop, and then I don't know what else is left for me to do today, but I gotta get some overtime today. I gotta get overtime all week long. I took way too much time off, and even though we did rework our finances here recently in some previous episodes, we're not doing super great again. I mean, I just need to keep my workload up. I need to get that overtime. I need to be, and then we're gonna be just fine. But I mean, we're gonna be just fine regardless. But uh, right around Christmas time, oof, rough, rough go right now. But everything is be all right. Be all right. We already got all the Christmas presents. That's one thing I kind of wish I would have ended up doing is wrapping all the Christmas presents and getting rid of all the cardboard boxes and stuff while I had nothing going on. Because now I'm going to be busy every day. I'm going to be trying to work late and stay out and keep working and whatnot. And so now I'm going to have to come home at the end of the night, in the dark. Kids are in bed already, and then just go wrap presents. Not looking forward to doing that when I should be, off work and relaxing. But whatever, we'll be all right. I got plenty to complain about, but there's other people that got way more to complain about. I'm trying to keep myself humble here, but I'm also, I got a life. I'm going to talk about it. Um, I got a fucking text message here. Huh. My daughter apparently was sick and is now healed. She woke up this morning, or well, yeah, like 3 a.m. coughing, about to throw up, about to shit herself, tummy hurts, everything bad with her. My wife just took her to the doctor. Texted me back. She said, "Nope, she tested negative for everything." I'm like, oh shit. Well, that's good. That's good. Anyways, yeah, I watched Dodgeball last night. That was after the kids went to bed. It's not. I mean, I think it's pretty. It's fine for my kids. My kids, not everybody's kids. My kids. I think my kids are perfectly fine watching Dodgeball, the true underdog story. Um, but they ended up going to bed, and then they watched the beginning of it. Oh, and also Scarface. I watched Scarface again. That was when the kids were awake, but I kept sending them into their rooms. I was like, go to your room. You don't need to be watching this. They see more horrific shit playing video games or whatever. Wasn't. I mean, Scarface is Scarface. Obviously, you don't want your children watching that. But they saw some stuff, and my son, I was like, just go in your room and here's my phone. Go play in your room. Yeah. He's like, why? I'm like, because you don't need to be watching this movie. He's like, is it because it's violent? Because that guy shot that guy? I'm like, yeah. Go to your room. he's like, I can handle it. I'm like, I know you can. My daughter probably can't. She just watches baby stuff. Yeah, anytime I put on any like Terminator, I'm like, come on, it's a robot fighting action big explosion movie. I'm like, you'll be fine. Yeah, they say some cuss words. I also say some cuss words. But yeah, I don't know. Had a good time. Had a really good time. Didn't get anything done. Not a damn thing. So kind of sad about that, but also kind of, it's all right. It was shit that wasn't done already. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice if I would have worked on my daily, my 92. That would have been a smart thing to do, is to work on that. But I mean, it drove me to work today. It's going to drive me to work tomorrow. It's going to be just fine. It's going to be all right. Could it be better? Yeah. But I don't know. I'll fix it one of these days. I want to swap out the shocks, and I want to put in a new fuel line and fuel filter, and then also put it on a timing light and just check it out, which shouldn't be bad. I mean, I just got to loosen up the distributor a little bit, just twist that little sucker. And then the expensive part about my daily is I want to get the exhaust done. It's not expensive. It's just I don't have extra money for fucking exhaust parts right now. But who gives a shit what it sounds like? It sounds fine to me. What I'm used to. I mean, I've had that truck for how long, and it's always had the exhaust chopped off of it. So, but now it does have another exhaust leak up near one of the driver's side manifold. But whatever. It'd be fine. It'd be fine. Anyways, I don't know. I'm going to get back into the rhythm of uploading every day. Or try to. I gave you guys a long time. 10 days to catch up on some stuff. And looking at my view counts on stuff, I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're doing all right. I think a lot of people did go back and listen to some they needed to catch up on. But, probably, I don't know. We're back to it. I'm going to have some more. I just wanted to kind of give you an update on where I've been, what I've been up to. And I wanted to kind of talk it out too. It's been weird sitting at home, not doing the podcast and not working. Uh, Weird in a good way, I guess. Not in a bad way. It was just different. I thought about hopping on the DR on one of them nice days and taking it out and maybe we're doing a bike vlog or grabbing the pickup truck and just going for a drive, going to see some family somewhere, but I ended up not doing that. But you know what? I just wanted to wait. I wanted to wait a little bit longer. I'm better about talking about shit longer when it's like super fresh. Whenever I got to wrap up a 10-day period, oh man, I'm not good at that. But I don't know. I'll have some crazy stories, some fucking probably outrages, some all kinds of other shit happening a little bit later on. Give me another day. I'll be back. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We're going to talk to you later. Thanks for sticking around.